Hi, my name is Jenny Paul. I'm an actor, producer, director in New York City, and my most recent project is called That Reminds Me the Series. It's a sitcom that's sort of Modern Family meets Arrested Development, and it's at www.thatremindsmetheseries.com.
Hi, I'm Isabella Peralta. I'm a producer as well as a director and mostly assistant director. I am currently running a theater festival right now. I'm also the production manager for Green Card, the new musical. And I'm also just started up a new film company, so you're going to check that out later.
Hi, my name is Chelsea B. Lockie. I'm a director and an actor. My most recent project is The Cold Trap, Studio 1945 Productions, of which I'm also a co-founder. You can find more information on the movie on our Facebook page, facebook.com/coldtrapmovie.
Hi, I'm Natalia Plaza. I'm an actor, comedian, writer, producer. You can check out my latest sketch that's going to come out soon called The Sofa Bed Whisperer. And I'm also acting in a film that's coming out soon called Before the Court. And if you want to see more of my stuff, you can just check me out at nataliaplaza.com.
Hi, I'm Natalie Romero. I am a producer here in the city. I work under the Vladder Company, so we are just putting out so many fun, great feature documentaries. So please be on the lookout for The Hurt Business, which will be in theaters this year. You can also go on Vimeo to go see C.T. Fletcher, My Magnificent Obsession, Believe with Kai Green, and also Jeremy Scott, The People's Designer. So go out there, check us out, check me out, and hopefully much more to come.
Welcome to the Women in Film Roundtable web series. I'm your host, Viktoria Ivy King. I'm a director, producer, and founder of Cyne 59. You guys mentioned before about being a woman, and you brought up tomboy and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So talk to me about what you the conversation that's been sort of going on right now about women in the cinema, in TV. So you're seeing these different characters being a lot more three-dimensional. You're having the tomboys, you're having the hot messes, you're having women who are not feminine and who don't cry. You're having women that do that. So talk to me about that. And do you see an increase of a good representation of women in film right now, or do you feel like we still have a long way to go?
I think we're getting there. I will say that. You'll see a lot of films, and especially some of the bigger films, and it's coming along in our parents' generation, where you'll see Meryl Streep all of a sudden playing full three-dimensional characters, pushing getting into her 60s, and you're seeing a lot more of that in that generation than you are even in ours, and I think it's because the writers and the women that have come up through the ranks are experienced enough and strong enough and have pushed their way through that they're able to do things like that. And I think you start to see it a lot on the indie level, a lot on the indie levels, where the female voices and again the three-dimensional lead characters. It's not enough, I don't think, but I think it's coming. I think it's pushing in the right direction.
I definitely can agree with that. I think we've gotten so far, especially as a woman of color. I think we are even getting farther, and it's just, I'm so excited for the future, but we do have a long way to go. I really think we do. I think I've always been attracted to women on TV who are the messes, who are breaking down, are not afraid of just crying and just being angry and yelling, because they reminded me of the men that I saw on these war movies or the action movies, because I think when you show emotion at that level where you're screaming and crying, you're as tough and angry as the guy who's shooting the gun. Yeah. And I always thought there was something empowering on that, on just releasing emotion enough. So I think that now women in comedy especially are not afraid to get gross, not afraid to get, I love it. And I think I relate to those characters so much because they're flawed, and they're perfectly flawed, because they're human beings, They're not like these angelic creatures that you remember seeing in the Ziegfeld movies, just walking down a stair. It's like they open their mouth, they open their mouth and they have the worst accent in the world. It's a beautiful mixture of pure perfectness and then tragically flawed.
Fanny Bryce.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think a lot of, yes, we do have a long way to go, but a lot of the women you're seeing on TV shows now, like you said, are these beautiful messes, and I feel like a huge part of that is just being allowed to expose that level of vulnerability in characters that people were sort of afraid to. You see shows like Transparent where you're not, you know, women women aren't wearing makeup, and that sounds like such a little thing, but that it's actually really huge. I feel like for a celebrity to be on a TV show, be on a movie, and just be totally exposed, not naked, not wearing makeup, and that's not to say that that's what all women should do. Like, I'm not saying if you're not willing to go on television without makeup or expose your body that you're not, you know, a real feminist or a real woman by any means, but it is refreshing to see what looks like real people more and more.
Boyhood, the mother from Boyhood, what was her name again?
Patricia Arquette.
Oh, she was fabulous, and she was just like not afraid to show her aging, you know, and I thought that's a woman. That's women are these things, are these creatures from nature, you know, they grow up with oppression, but they still become like the leader of the household. They still manage to delegate all these tasks and just raise a future generation. And I think, like, why not show that? Why do they have to have makeup all the time? Why can't you show the wrinkles from stress, you know, of raising another living being?
So I have a really cool story about this actually. Makeup. All right, so I come from a family. I don't actually wear makeup all that often. It's not really my thing, but I enjoy it, and I also know the value of it, which is a different thing. But I come from a family of doctors, scientists, and my mom and my aunt are twin sisters. And my aunt wears makeup, and my mom does not. And this has just been a thing forever, and they were sort of in that feminist wave of the 70s, and so, you know, I always knew that mom just didn't like it. But one day I asked my Aunt Sarah, I said, how come you wear makeup? Oh, she says, it's simple. When I was they're both dermatologists. When I was in dermatology residency, I went to a conference, and they did a presentation, and there was a double-blind study that said that 70% of women that wear makeup are more successful than women that don't. And I don't know what it is now, and I don't know if I even have the stat exactly right, but my aunt decided she was going to wear makeup because it was a scientific fact that makeup actually.
Do you agree with them?
In my experience, yeah.
I would definitely say, I mean, I definitely say if you're not going to, let's say, a female dominant company or something like that, looks, and it's like, you know, don't BS us, you know, looks will get you through the door. That's 100% right. If you're looking crazy, if you're looking at what people think is crazy, if you like you got no makeup, like whatever.
No makeup is like
you know,
looking crazy.
You know, I get to interview people all the time, or I get to cast people or whatever, and then you want to see something that's appealing to you, and if you don't have a personality, you're screwed. But I do think that, putting yourself together does get you to the door. Is it right?
Oh, I absolutely.
No. Is it right as in that's the right way to go?
Absolutely not.
No.
If I could roll out of homeless every day, I would do it.
Still get the job.
Still get the job
Great.
done. And get the job.
But that's why you have to feel comfortable enough in your own skin to say, hey, I'm doing this because you know what, I like the way that it doesn't feel like a mask that I'm putting on. You know, I could just enjoy myself, touch myself up a bit, but personality obviously goes a long way. But in regards to women in film, and it's like you said, in those bigger budget or those, you know, or even independent films, you see those characters all the time. You see those characters that you love all the time. And in television, I mean, I'm all about television. And I remember Sandra Oh in Grey's Anatomy. Just like, all right, let's just talk about that for a second, okay? Like Sandra Oh is incredible. Her breakdown, like, I would watch it because of Sandra, because that is an incredible actress, and her breakdown when I think she's left at the altar is still something that like has opened up because of goosebumps, right? And now it's like I've transitioned on to like Mindy Kaling is somebody that I respect because she is writer, producer, director. I mean, the whole
She
spiel.
started out as a producer,
And
didn't she?
I have no idea.
Something like that.
So her last, I'm not going to give it away, but her last episodes, she's transitioned as a writer into showing this woman that I love, because I've realized that like over the years that I've become this kind of very girly girl person. I've gone out of the crazy, you know, young clown and gone into the person that really loves heels and makeup. And she portrays that person, but she portrays a person that is constantly being pushed down by a male figure. And how she wants to be that successful person, that she knows who she is, and she knows that she loves pink, and she knows that she loves makeup, but she's damn smart.
Exactly.
You know?
And smart and self-aware at the same
so
time,
it's like,
which
I
is so
think
important.
that, you know, to go back to your question, film, hell yeah, they're there. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
But with our generation and with the past generation, our parents' generation, we'll definitely get there. I think, thank God, everybody that's in that kind of glamour, they're all stuck in reality TV and Instagram, and that's what we leave on.
It's true.
That is real estate, and unfortunately, too
Sorry,
many
I
people
think I just put someone down. The thing that bothers me is we're not allowing women to grow up
Yes.
in film. And that is what bothers me, because that is the biggest way of saying we don't appreciate you as much and you don't count as much. We want to keep you, we want to just keep you in your prime. It's so
Preserved.
It's just so like, it's up, you know, it's pedophilia.
You're 60, but we want it to work at 20.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It
It's
is
really disgusting,
pedophilia.
because we
It's
just want to
completely
keep you in your
pedophilia.
prime, and then once you look a little older, we don't want you anymore. And then we get the next 20-year-old. You know, so it's really gross to not let women grow the fuck up in film and in front of people in society and show that we do that and the grace in that as well. So I think that we're definitely not there in letting women grow up in front of the camera, but I think in terms of awesome female leads, we are there, because almost everything I watch on Hulu and Netflix has strong female leads.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So, but as in growing up, women growing up, no, we're not there.
Well, we have some shows like Girls or even Broad City that are sort of shining some specific light on that. Well, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, the fact that Lena Dunham was able to get her show, and her show literally is about being a female in your prime as a millennial and sort of mass everything up, be a complete hot mess and try and navigate life. That's sort of the first attempt. It's not, we're not fully there. Girls is not literally the voice of the generation, even though some people believe it is. But what do you guys think about that in commenting on what Natalia just said?
I think honestly, I agree with her. We just don't let them grow up. It is pedophilia, and thus people who get older have these insecurities. I think honestly, it's what Natalie said too. It's being comfortable in your own skin. If you want to be a girly girl, that's you. That's who you are inside. That's what you love. Who the fuck am I to say don't do that? If you're not a girl. If you're a real woman, you would not wear heels. Like, that's disgusting of me to even say that. You know, I love being a girly girl, and I love also wearing sweats and not shaving for a couple of months. Like, that's what I in the world. I honestly love it, and it's just like, it's all insecurities. It's all like, I'll never be my prime 22, you know, now that I'm 40 years old. Well, you'll be your prime 40, and people get this surgery to look young, and they get this over makeup, and it's like, wear makeup and wear it if you truly love it. Not if you're trying to hide something. Not if you're trying to hide the fact that you're aging. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think it all relies on insecurity. I think it's like, just admit those mistakes, admit those flaws, because it makes you human at the end of the day, and it makes people want to help you. You know, everyone needs help once in a while. I mean, I think we all wouldn't be here today if we didn't get that help, just by asking, or just by showing what we really can do without, you know, faking it. You know, I've been on film sets when I first started, and I wasn't afraid to ask for help. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Please help.